You're live.
We are live, and it is Sunday night.
And this is Island Time Karaoke. Oh, wrong show?
Wrong show,
My bad,
unfortunately.
You wouldn't want to hear that anyway.
No, not at all. Let's start off the show by saying Happy Easter, everyone. Hope that you had a good Easter with friends and family.
Yep, we did.
Christ is risen.
There you go.
And we were reminded today of that. We enjoyed a long day. Matter of fact, we barely got the company out of the house.
Literally. I was like, hey, Derek, we got that call in about 15 minutes.
Literally said that. But a full day. Church this morning, Amanda's family right after that. My family at our house.
After that.
Right after that.
And then you guys.
That's right. So surrounded by family all day today. What did you do this Easter Sunday? You can share that with us at the top of the show. And as all kinds of people hop on, we're going to welcome you here. Go ahead and like the live, whether you're watching live or the replay, team replay. There's a lot of people that watches on replay. We have a lot to discuss tonight.
Lots of things that center around one thing. MSC.
Brighten us up a little bit. We need all the help of brightness that we can get. Listen,
I'm a deer in headlights now.
It is hard to believe that we have been off of the MSC World America for a week.
I know.
The inaugural selling of the MSC World America is over.
I know.
She came back yesterday.
I go to my room. I expect my bed to be made. Not made.
It's not made. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. Sorry. If you prepay gratuities.
Oh, I have to prepay my gratuities to you per week?
Then maybe so. Maybe so. But we are going to spend quite a bit of the show talking about the MSC World America. We want to ask you a couple of things. First off, if you have been wondering about MSC and there's specific things that you want us to cover, how does the ship compare to this? How does the food compare? If you have comparisons, leave those in the chat, and we will do our best to answer those. But we will give you our full and honest opinion of the ship, of the MSC experience, and we're excited to do that. We're cruising MSC again this year.
Oh, yeah, we are. November.
That's right.
Which this was a good one for us personally to experience MSC before, taking a big group on MSC. Yeah, so this was good for us.
It was. And I will start off the show with this. We will say hello to some of you here in just a second.
Hi.
Who are saying hello and have questions and things like that. We want to thank MSC for inviting us. Yeah. It is all of these events, inaugural cruises, pre-inaugural cruises, name ceremony. It's a hot ticket.
Yeah.
And MSC graciously invited us a year and a half ago. And there was some turbulent waters there. Are we going to go or not? And MSC, they said, yeah.
They came through in the end. They did come through in the end.
Thank you, MSC Cruises, for
That was him
for coming through and inviting us on board. We certainly enjoyed our time.
Oh yeah, good times.
Let's say hello to some here this evening. Again, I hope that everyone has had a good Easter. Yeah, Matt and Kim, I hope you're doing well. David is here as well. We're going to talk about some different observations, as David points out. Chris and Moonlight Adventures is here. Lido Tito is here.
Get away with the greens.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
I like it. Right here in Greenbrier.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Steve Miller, hello. You and Linda have been busy at it again.
Y'all, they have been booking. They had to get their 2016 filled up.
They did. They were impacted by the cancellations on the Magic and Horizon. What a week we've had.
Well, and MSC Seashore. We have a client that was impacted by that.
Yeah. Carnival's cancellations, moving the dry docks around for the Magic and the Horizon. They've changed itineraries, including hours on the Venezia. I'm not happy about, but I know it's part of it. But yeah, busy several days making changes for people.
And everybody kind of scrambling to adjust. What are you going to do? You're going to still go on that cruise? You're going to do something else?
Well, and the canceled ones,
you got to do something else.
But availability is so short. I mean, they're so slim pickings it is.
That's true.
Wayne and Cindy, hello. Hope you're doing well.
Hey, y'all.
Ann as well, and Julie and Linda and Ken. And David, we're going to talk about that white beach party. I said in the vlog, it was one of your top 3 or 5 moments, but now that we're away from that, it's one of my favorite.
I still give it top
moments
5
ever. I think it's one of my top 1 or 2.
It was just not cheesy like the deck parties normally are. You know, the little, what is the song? The cha-cha slide. It wasn't cheesy like that. They had like a legit DJ. They had the lights going everywhere.
We will talk more about that here in just a little bit.
Okay, we're jumping ahead. Sorry.
That's right. 4 more days until a long weekend on the Paradise. You're going to have a blast with that. Graham as well. Yeah, going to see us November the 9th. We're looking forward to that. We got to meet with MSC and ask some questions about that cruise and get their it was neat because they asked us our expectations of the group. And I'm like, well, what are your expectations for your first cruise out of Galveston? How well do you know the Texas market? So it was kind of neat to play that game back and forth. All the MSC bigwigs. Yeah. From cargo and cruising. Yeah. Like it was crazy to see everybody there. Tom, great to see you. 62 days until the Jubilee. Great to see you. Suzanne, hello. And Kenny and Ann. Cold Moose is here. See you ready. Yes, hey. Alan, I got the cruise blues bad. Oh, it's a real thing.
We have the cure for that.
Get another one booked.
Yep. Put another one on the books.
Glenn is counting down for the celebration. Just made his final payment.
Nice.
Which is nice. It's a good feeling.
It is. It's done. You have to worry about it for a little bit. And he is counting down. That means your cruise is getting real close.
Yep. We paid it off early, which is the way to go.
Even better.
One of the worst things is when we have clients sometimes when things happen and your final payment's due in 1 day, 3 days, 5 days.
I know, and you can't get a hold of them.
Or they say, you know what? I don't have the extra $2,000, $3,000. I need to cancel.
Got to plan ahead.
Yep, that's for sure. Fireball Steve, great to see you here this evening. Will G.
Hey, Will.
Who has also been on the MSC World America and can give us some insight there.
I mean, he must have just got off then.
Yes, and Kevin Howard as well was on that
we'll
selling.
Have to find out how they liked
others. I'm sure if he hasn't already, he's sharing already.
Oh,
yeah. Billy is here. Billy, it's great to see you, and Julie as well. David asks, is there only one drink package on MSC?
There is. There used to be 2. They have done away with the Easy Plus package. Mm-hmm. They've done away with that. Now they just have the premium drink package.
That's right.
So one alcoholic drink package. They still have like a soda package if you want to do that.
Yep. Daryl, great to see you here today. Texas Cruiser is here. Great to see you. Norma and Mike got off the Breeze. They went on the Breeze on Thursday. They had a great time. I talked to them.
Oh, I love the Breeze.
So we had a great time. And I'll be honest, and I appreciate Mike because he's always honest. He said, you know what? I love the Breeze, but we've been there, done that.
That's how I feel about the Jubilee, y'all.
And it's because it's Cozumel, it's Costa Maya, Progreso, 2 of those 3.
Just like the Jubilee, doing the same
he said, I want to do something else. So
I get it.
I respect that, and we have been there before.
Yep.
Have you guys ever been there?
I'm there now.
Yes.
Yep. He's still wanting to go on the Jubilee. I'm saying we got to take a little step back.
Messiah is here. Great to see you as well. We're debating on joining the Alaska group cruise.
No. Why are you debating? There is no debate. Hop on.
It's really neat to see all the different things happening in the cruise world right now. There's new ships everywhere you turn around, which I'm in love with. And I get made fun of that sometimes.
Ain't nobody making fun of you.
No, some people, they do not.
Who? Tell me. Give me names.
They do not like.
I'll come at them.
They don't like the new ships. They don't like the new large ships.
Now, people are a little finicky about that.
Okay, all of a sudden you agree with me.
No. You said people were coming at you.
Well, they're
not coming at you.
They'll always say, like, why do you keep talking about these new ships?
Because we like them, y'all.
I really do enjoy them. I do enjoy them, and put my money where my mouth is.
Hey, we're cruising on them.
From all cruise lines.
That's true.
We have cruised Norwegian's almost newest ship, the Prima, the Viva's out now.
Yeah.
Carnival's newest ship, Royal Caribbean's newest ship, the newest ship from Princess, and now the newest ship from MSC.
And we're about to get on that Norwegian Aqua,
which will be the newest ship. I mean, it's we put our money about this for sure.
But all that being said, the Alaska cruise is on the Star Princess,
the newest ship.
Yeah, which is going to be
she's not even out yet. She's
not even built. So anyway, if you want to join us on the Alaskan cruise, our pricing is still well under the
$1,000 cheaper.
It just depends on what category you go with, but it's like a good $500 to $800 cheaper than the going rate. So we still have a few cabins left.
Literally a few. We ran out at one point.
Yeah, I had to get more booked into our group. So anyway,
we're excited about it, and our boys are going. Amanda's parents are going.
Yeah.
Usnavi, Lito, Tito, Mike, and Michelle are going.
Yeah, a lot of people that are always on our chat over here to the side, always answering questions.
That's right.
Amber and Patrick are going. So lots of people.
Going to be a blast. That's next May. So I have a lot of time to pay on it.
But I mean, really I feel like you got to mentally prepare for an Alaskan cruise, like because your packing list has to be different.
Yeah. Your excursions,
yeah, more. You got to prepare for those. You want to get us on some train going somewhere.
Skagway, you got to take that train for sure.
How did the rails not just pass over?
It's you just take the chance.
Oh, okay.
Take the chance.
Risk it. Like on Polar Express when that train hits the lake.
Yep. That's right. Victor and Sarah getting on the Jubilee next week, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Hey, we love the Jubilee. Don't get me wrong on my saying we got to try something else.
That's right.
We do love the Jubilee.
Victor and Sarah, big cruisers, and I know they're going to share their experiences on our Facebook page as well. Jennifer, 556 days until the celebration. It will pass by quickly. It really will.
But if you want it to pass by even quicker, you could book another cruise.
Francis, MSC needs to allow monthly payment plans that are automatically drafted. Francis, there's been quite a few people share that same thing. And one thing that Amanda and I kind of, I guess, the workaround for that is if you tell us, hey, I want to pay $100 a month on the 15th of the month.
We put it in our little calendar. And we put your booking number and say, pay $500 and we'll do it for you. So you can do that with us. Every once in a while, you might have to be like, hey, make sure you got my payment there.
But I agree. Like Carnival and Royal, you can set it up.
Yes, that is nice.
To do it. And so
the easy pay or whatever it is.
Jason and Crystal, hope that you guys are doing well. Rita's got a question. I think maybe the MSC World America inaugural cruise was wonderful. My first MSC cruise. How about that? I've been cruising 15 years on another brand, but I'm hooked. While on board, I booked a 7-day to Alaska next September. MSC cruising to Alaska for the first time next Alaskan season. And that's an interesting point of view. 15
they're trying
years.
To expand, okay?
Well, and I've said, I know several times, and some people get tired of it, but I've said, if you've heard of MSC, that's one thing. You will probably cruise them over the next decade. Yeah. Solely because of the investment that they're doing in their own company, the number of cruise ships they're building and bringing.
Yes. Their ships are amazing. The service that they offer is great. The price point's great. Honestly, I had trouble finding negatives. Like when we were on board. And I do have three things that I have. These are my three mores. I'm not going to tell you yet. You gotta wait.
We'll get into it in about 5 minutes.
You got us on a timer now?
We'll just catching up here. For instance, I saw Jason asked about a question. We heard a rumor that Carnival wasn't going to visit Grand Turk. A huge email came out involving the Carnival Vista, the Venezia, the Mardi Gras, changing the Grand Turk port of call to Ember Cove, including our cruise May 26th.
Yeah.
So I've been upset about that. Let Carnival know, of course, and I know they can change. They can change that itinerary anytime. It's in the cruise contract.
It's in their fine print.
But here's what stinks. We had it was a 10-day cruise, 4 ports of call. They changed Grand Turk for Ember Cove, which is a horrible trade. But then the other 3 ports of call, they shortened. They short by 2 hours each.
Yeah, when you're doing a 10-day cruise, like you kind of need that time off the ship a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. So that is, Jason said he has heard that. It is confirmed. It is confirmed.
For a few sailings.
Yes. Is there any pricing on specialty dining packages yet for World America, KC? MSC does usually offer specialty dining packages. I have not seen any yet. But I do know MSC was sharing
out with them.
Well, in the specialty dining restaurants, they said we're like almost completely booked the first several
Everyone
cruises.
wants to try them out.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yep.
And MSC kind of rolls their stuff out a little slower.
They are slower.
Like if you look at your cruise like 8 months out, there will be packages that aren't on there. Like the drink package won't be on there. So you have to kind of wait till it gets a little closer and they start uploading those. So it's a little different.
That's right. Hey, you have almost 150 people online. We thank all of you so much. On a day that we reflect on blessings that we have, we appreciate that. Let's see if we can get the thumbs up. Let's see if we can get up to about 75 or 80.
Get the thumbs up. How
about Wayne and Cindy?
How about them?
They are going on their European cruise in 40 days.
Derek and I were just talking about we need to figure out what we got. I got others. We got to work today.
Tonight.
No, we got to work because we played all day.
Well,
you're working later. It's work day for him.
I did work a little bit earlier today, but we want to book our 2026 European cruise.
We just don't know what
yet. but I'm going to book something tonight.
I guarantee you he's going to be booking something princess related because it is the 3rd and 4th guest sale free, which saves us a lot of money.
The Little Rascals. Deposits for $1. Deposits for $1. Deposits for $1. Hey. Book me a cruise. Let's go to Athens, Greece.
Okay, you got a whole rap plan, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Didn't mean to ruin that.
We're going to book a cruise today.
Hey.
We'll see. We'll see about it. I don't know.
We're definitely not booking today. Now, we might table some things to consider.
Yep. Will G says that his cruise was great. He got to meet a lot of content creators. There were a ton of them on the inaugural.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there were even more on the
that's what he was saying. He was
first selling.
The April 12th selling is what he was on. But good. That is really good. We saw Justin from Ship Life.
Yeah, we saw quite a few.
Yeah, we did. It's neat because we've seen Justin on the last several big events, and it's neat to catch up. And
he actually did the transatlantic over with them.
Yeah.
So he had a long cruise there.
It was. We are going to start to get into our review. Of course, if you have questions, Ken, the MSC Daily Gratuity rate is $16 for general cabins. If you have a yacht club and things like that, it's more expensive, but that's what it is.
For a 7-day cruise, it was $112 per person.
Yeah. So among the cheapest in the industry.
It is, yeah. It's not bad.
It's right there with Carnival. But if you have questions, Norma, we did win some games yesterday. We also lost some games yesterday.
Let's not talk about it, okay?
Yeah, it was not good. But if you have questions, keep on asking them. If we start to talk about things that you want to know more details on, we will, of course, provide more details. But we have a lot to share, so we do want to jump into this. And we will do our best to keep an eye on the chat as we go forward. Will G, did we visit the Speakeasy? We attempted to a couple different times. I don't think it was ready on our cruise.
I don't know.
You had
the
to get a
door
token.
Was locked.
You had to get the token.
Okay, where do you get the token from?
The crew members give you the token. You can ask. You're not supposed to ask, but you can ask.
How do you? I don't know.
It is, but
we need a whole video on just how to get to the Speakeasy.
They are out there.
Yeah, well, maybe this Islander could make one.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite ready.
Yeah.
But there's some people, they get mad about the Speakeasy because once you get in there, and I'm not going to say too much about this because it is a Speakeasy, the drinks are not included in your drink package.
Ooh.
But it's a special experience. So I'm going to leave it there.
I don't know.
It's a Speakeasy.
Can I carry my own drink in?
Maybe so. Let's get started here, Amanda. I'll answer Linda's question here. Where do you see the group cruise for November 9th meetings? Linda, we had a link that was sent out. The meeting recording is on our YouTube page. It's private though. You have to be invited, so you should be on that email. And we will have another group meeting coming up in the next 7 to 10 days.
Yeah, we need to kind of blast something like if you didn't receive this email, you need to email us.
That's right.
So, yeah.
And then Betty asked, love your videos. Did I hear that you guys are planning a cruise on the new ship out of Carnival? Betty, we are. The brand new ship that will be out in 2027. We will have
we're going to do a group cruise, okay?
It'll probably be the only group. We've got approval already to have the group. And it will be, would you believe we had almost 100 people?
Yeah.
This could be double that. So, yes.
Ken, thanks for joining the Islanders Club.
Appreciate that. Waiting for Port of Galveston coupon code. Are we going to have that? Yes, we've been working on the parking.
We actually just messaged with the port there, and Alex is actually working on getting that done for us. Yep. But yes, it is coming. Do not buy your parking yet if you're on the November 9th cruise.
We're trying to get $20 off, which is a day and a half for free.
Hey, I'll take it.
That's right. Let's talk about MSC World America.
Get into it.
And the embarkation process. And Amanda, what they've done with their brand new terminal is nothing short of amazing.
Okay, it's massive, first of all. So whenever you get there, Derek said they could have up to 3 ships there that are
36,000 moving people passengers.
But I told him it looks like an airport terminal. Like it's huge. There's so many lines. They've of course got the private area for the yacht club.
Yes.
Oh, hey Ken.
Thank you, Ken, for that super chat. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
So much.
We're looking forward to the group cruise, the group cruises.
Yep.
But anyway, the terminal, amazing. They had a lot of workers, plenty of workers. Oh, yeah. And then they had these they called them totems that were like facial recognition. So whenever you do your pre-check-in, it has your facial recognition.
And it's almost self-assist. There's someone kind of on guard there to help you if you need it. But it was
like you stand on your dot,
easy to check in.
Look at it.
Easy to go through security. The waiting areas were large. It is a beautiful terminal. And 3 ships, 36,000 passengers is what they can turn around.
Yep.
Which is crazy.
The scanners at security, you didn't have to take all your stuff out either.
Yeah.
Like you were able to just put your backpack or your suitcase in.
Yeah, that was great. Wayne and Cindy, no hotel yet. We have some recommendations for November 9th, but no hotel is doing it like a block per se.
Yeah, we couldn't get a block of cabins.
And that is because of the biker rally there.
Rooms, I should say, not cabins.
We can use cabins. I don't care if it's a hotel.
But yes, we'll recommend like 3 different hotels, and everyone can kind of choose, what they want.
That's right. Will the MSC terminal in Galveston be similar? Technology-wise, yes. We actually talked about this with MSC officials. They're using, they told us, just about the exact same technology. It's smaller scale, right? There's not 3 cruise ships there. But the port is building the terminal area. MSC and the port are joining together on the technology there. I think it will be seamless, almost like the Royal world-class experience that Royal has there in Galveston.
But we got through really quick. It was super easy.
Yeah.
So no issues.
First impressions of the ship. We get on board. The ship is much like, and I'll say nicer. I don't want to make anybody mad, but Will G and some others can confirm this.
Much like
a Royal ship.
Yeah, but I would kind of say like a blend of a Royal and a Princess ship.
Yeah.
Am I bothering you?
Yeah, I was going to scoot you over a little bit.
Rude.
Royal and Princess, yes. The ship first off is large.
Yes, I would say that like the magnitude, and then that little
the promenade area.
The promenade area, it has a little area where you can, the cabins can be on the inside. Promenade
views. Yep.
So that was very similar, but I feel like it has the elegance of a Princess cruise.
Yeah, the finishings.
Yeah.
The huge light fixtures and
they
chandeliers.
Did a lot of like mirrors and stainless steel, silver.
Yep.
So it was really nice.
It was great. I was blown away, and to walk on to deck 6 there, and we were one of the first 20 on board the ship, and we walk on, and the U.S. flag.
Yes, on the ceiling. Screen. Derek has a short on YouTube where the screenshot is that ceiling of the American flag. I mean, at World America, you gotta have a big American flag, but the whole thing.
Yeah, it was. We've seen the flag flown in different ways on cruise lines, but this was the most interesting way I've ever seen the U.S. flag.
So when you get on, though, you kind of walk through like a little. I was like, this is kind of different because you don't walk into like a main atrium like on a lot of cruise ships. So you kind of walk through.
I think they want to hide the doors from the promenade, from that area.
I mean, I get that. But anyway, so you get to the promenade or the Galleria area, and it's almost like a big shopping mall.
Yeah.
And it's lit up. It has that big flag at the top, the spiral staircase, all the things.
Yep. It was great. Steve, thank you so much for that
super
chat.
Steve.
We appreciate that so very much.
Yep.
Will G agrees, says it is. I like the outside promenade area better than look at that. Better than the Oasis class, Will G. And I almost felt bad saying that. So Will G, thanks for kind of confirming there.
Okay.
One thing that I really enjoyed in that promenade area, one of my favorite venues, I think, on any cruise ship is the sports bar there.
Oh, that was nice.
I like sports. I like the sports bar vibe.
Yeah.
In cruise ships, Carnival has tried to do that.
Yeah, the Red Frog Pub, they tried to get it.
When they've had Skybox sports bar.
Yeah.
Royal Caribbean.
The Heroes Lounge or whatever.
Yeah. Royal Caribbean has a sports bar as well. They do a good job. But I really thought MSC knocked it out of the park.
Oh, yeah.
The darts are cool.
Oh, yeah. They've got 2 dart boards, and they kind of do like different games. Like you compete against each other, and you try to hit like a certain section or something like that.
Yeah.
They had the shuffleboard. So it was neat.
Yeah.
A big U bar area.
Well, and the number of draft beer. When you think sports bar, you think of beer.
Okay, I'll give you that.
There was plenty of mixed drinks, but there were 12 to 15 beers on tap.
Yeah.
And that's the most I've ever seen on a cruise ship. And one thing I loved about it was it's at the very back, the aft part. there of the ship. And so if you wanted to step outside, we did this several times during our cruise. We would step outside, and you have an aft view, a wake view. And you can step back in. And so
they had like little things going on the outside of the bar too. So you could just pop out real quick.
Live music and
they had some girl flying up in the air. I don't know.
Yeah. I really thought it was a neat concept. The placement on the ship could not have been better.
Yeah.
And they do have food. You do have to pay. It's a la carte style, but it is cheap, like $7, $8, $9, $10.
Like totally reasonable.
And we ate there. I mean, I ate there one night.
The food was really good. I think there's a short on that as well.
Spectacular. Food. We really enjoyed the food. And so first impressions were really cool. Something special for us, I'll mention. You've probably seen how many sports channels available in the sports bar. The Masters was going on.
God.
Then
the games were on. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, there were games everywhere. I should have asked because other cruise lines do struggle with some of those channels. One thing neat for us, talking about entertainment, things like that, when we got on the ship, MSC's, we've always said it, their marketing team is the best in the industry.
That's true.
I would sit in front of my best friends at Carnival and Royal and tell them the same thing.
Royal's really close.
Royal's good.
The videos that MSC puts out, they'll get those drones and fly through that main air. Like, they're amazing. So their marketing team somehow managed to get the Today Show.
The third hour. Yeah, Al Roker and the crew.
Like,
we got on board
the ship.
We got on board and they're like, hey guys, we would really like for you to go.
We need some live audience members for the Today Show.
They invited us on board, so we feel obligated.
Derek's like, do you hear that? That sounds so cool. I'm like, no. I'm thinking that it's going to be correspondent.
Let's pitch it to Alex.
Like a Skype type thing, Zoom. No, we get up there. They have all the ABC cameras, CBS. I don't know which channel it is.
It's actually NBC.
NBC. They had all the NBC cameras up there, and the professional lighting, the little sound guy holding his little mic, and all the things. And I was like, wait a sec. This is not what we thought it was. So they had the actual cast.
Yeah, the crew. Yeah.
The crew from the Today Show, and they recorded a whole big
the whole hour
thing.
Was there.
Yeah.
The third hour.
And Derek's got a big cheesy picture by Al Roker.
Well, it's he's a I won't say American icon, but he is. If you in journalism,
very well known. How about
very well known, and he's a weather guy at the end of the day. But he has interviewed, you name it, famous singers.
Oh, it was cool. I'm not knocking you. It was cool.
But I did get a little embarrassed. It was the.
Oh, did you?
It was the only time they're getting ready for the show, and they decide to open the show right by me.
Oh, y'all. Yes. Okay. So they have the stairs going down. Well, they come down the stairs and everybody's lined up on the sides. So we're on the sides and they get right in the middle. And then there's Derek. So they're right here. And then there's Derek.
I was like,
Derek, get out of the way. Like it looked like he was like the fourth person, like the fourth host.
I tried.
Yeah, that's big lug.
Here's where I got embarrassed. My DJI Osmo here, and I got to unplug it so I can show you. I'm carrying this camera around. This is what I carry around most of the time. This is what I carry around to record with most of the time. This little bitty thing, and I'm recording, and all of a sudden, here come the Miami Dolphins cheerleaders.
Oh,
at 7 a.m.
And he's like, "Here, take the camera, take the camera."
Like, Amanda.
I'm like, "What?" He's like,
I can't be.
He's like, it would be creepy if I was recording them.
I mean, holding this thing out there and the pom poms are.
Oh no, he is right behind, or right like the cheerleaders are right there. I'm gonna pull up.
I said, take the camera. You can film this. I can't. I'm gonna look like a creep.
Yep.
And she did take the camera.
I did. I took the camera.
I
got a couple pictures.
I can't do this.
Of him standing right in front of the cheerleaders. He said,
they were like, "Hey, it's okay. It's fine." I'm like, "Yeah, I can't."
Yeah, that's creepy. Okay, here's Derek. See if you can see that. There he is, the Dolphin cheerleaders right behind him. And he's like, okay, yeah, I cannot be recording right now.
Yeah, that would have been too creepy. Yeah. But it was really neat. That was one of our first impressions there. Just, again, proof that MSC did things the right way.
They did.
They made the extra effort.
And then here's his picture with Al Roker. I'm sure y'all have seen these on Facebook, but still.
So cool.
Yeah, Derek was like geeking out a little bit, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool. This is cool."
We do want to answer a few questions here. I see that are in the chat before we move forward. Keep asking the questions. We're about to get into food, entertainment, and other things. Brian asked a great question. The MSC match or loyalty status. Brian, this was an invite-only type of cruise, and so like it was everything. The cruise was free. The drinks were free. The internet was free. But MSC does match loyalty status, but on this cruise, it was like
they match you up to their gold level. Yeah. So like whatever you are, if you're diamond on Carnival, you'll probably match to their gold level.
That's right.
So yes, they do. And you can actually just search MSC loyalty match and it'll pop right up for you.
That's right. Rita asked about numbers for the inaugural selling. This is something they shared with us the first day when we got on board on the 9th. 4,420 is what was on Rita's cruise. They're hoping to keep capacity around 80% for the first couple of months, which I respect because that is not the norm.
Well, and I mean, that's money. That's 20% that they're losing out on.
They literally use the term, we want to grow into the ship. They want their crew members
to it, and then slowly bring on more passengers.
And so through about the end of May, they wanted they were sharing about 80% up to 85%, and they will bump it by 5%. Throughout the midsummer. Yep. So
you got to respect them for that. They're trying to do it the right way.
Roll Tide is here from California. If you can't say my name, I understand. I absolutely can. I respect University of Alabama. Great videos about the MSC World America.
Arkansas is just jealous.
Our 6-year-old daughter likes to cruise with us.
Yeah.
We have a 6 and a 9-year-old. How are the kids' areas? How many times did we say?
We did say
our kids.
We have to bring the kids on the ship. Now, let me that's one thing I wanted to get into because, we cruise with the kids a lot. But I really liked how like the kids area was kind of off on its own towards the back of the ship. That whole area had the 3-tier ropes course. Yeah. It had the indoor basketball court, the bumper cars, the Lego room. It had the arcade back there. The splash pad, the slides, the little thing that you can climb in, ropes course.
Yep. The Lego stuff.
Yes, the Lego stuff. So I really liked how all that was kind of compacted to one area. And then like the main pool and then the indoor.
3 pools.
That is true. They had the main pools.
There's 2 pools.
Okay. It had a pool and then another pool. And then a third pool
inside the botanical garden
area. And that was our favorite area. We loved it.
We worked from there.
Yeah, honestly.
While we're talking about kids, I did want to share some pricing here. The kids area, I'm telling you, was amazing. The splash pad and the kids area below, like about the age of 6, was spectacular. The water slides were unreal.
Water going everywhere.
Indoor basketball, which is awesome. I don't know how many calories I've burned outdoors.
Well,
but I did want to share this.
The wind gets crazy if it's not indoors.
Yeah. People ask about the pricing, and they have these features, but they're going to charge you for them. Bumper cars is $7.
Reasonable.
You would pay more than that at home.
Yeah. But I mean, you got to think you're going to want to do these other things too.
Cliffhanger, which is the neat swing out over the water. Some people were upset that there would be a charge, but
there has to be a charge, y'all.
$5.
Otherwise, the line's going to be out the door.
$5 per person.
$5, not bad.
That's fair. Video games, they range from $1.50 to $3-4. The big virtual reality were $5. The Formula Racer, it's a virtual reality Formula Racing game is $12. But you can get the Fun Pass deal and save money.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Yes. We really liked getting the arcade pass when we went on Norwegian.
Yes.
And so any cruise line that has that arcade pass, we'll be getting.
Yep. So just want to share that because some people say, okay, yeah.
They got all this stuff, but it costs
money. They're going to charge you.
Is the ropes course free? Most of them are free. Yeah.
Water park is free.
Yeah, water park, slides.
So nothing different. Carnival's charging $15 for both.
Yeah.
$5 for the biggest attraction swing. So wanted to point that out because I knew people would ask about pricing.
But the swing was really cool. It doesn't just like swing out, like the hydraulics push it out over and then it swings.
Yeah.
So it is really cool.
Exactly.
I was impressed.
Let's see if we can catch up and do a few more questions here if we have them. April asked about getting your loyalty status match. If you will Google after the show MSC
after the show, please.
Loyalty Status Match. There will be a form, an online form that pops up. You do have to enter your information. You do have to prove, and some people, they get mad at this. You gotta have a screenshot of a sign and sell card or something that you have used from another cruise line. They're not just going to take your word for it. I mean, you do have to prove it. But then they turn it around in like 1 to 2 days. Yeah. And you get an email that says, okay, your status has been matched.
And here's your Voyager number.
That's right.
You can apply it to your booking. But one of the perks with their with all of their programs, loyalty status, whatever they are, is that you get like 5% off your cruise. And I told Derek that doesn't sound like much, but really, I mean, that's a good little chunk of change.
It is. It really is. Yeah, cheaper than Bolt for sure.
Yeah, it is.
When I think of cruising, I never think of MSC. I didn't know anything about them.
Most don't. I'm not blaming you. Yeah. That's not the number one name that popped into my mind before we went on this.
Yeah. New to the market, but I'm really serious when I say that. A lot of people who cruise other cruise lines or cruisers, the next 5 to 7 years, you will probably have a cruise booked, if not have cruised on MSC. They are they're building ships, they're sending ships here, and their price, which we'll go and talk about price. The price is like comparable, almost spot on with Carnival, with Norwegian, with Princess. But they offer some packaging that we can get to drink some Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah. Billy, you're right. They did start out as a container shipping cargo company.
MSC stands for Mediterranean Shipping Company. And you will see cargo ships. You will see containers, metal containers with the MSC logo. But they carry more than cargo. They carry people to destinations. And they're huge in Europe. I think they have like 17 or 20 ships.
That's what we need to look at for the European cruise. Don't be making that face at me.
Yes,
y'all saw the face.
Because
he has to pay for the third and fourth guest.
No. It's they are European people's cruise line.
I like the Europeans.
I do too. But it would be different.
I think it would be good. We're going to consider it. It's in the bowl of options.
Yep.
Jody, thank you for that super chat. We appreciate it.
Appreciate that, Jody. David says he got blocked from his Facebook for 180 days for incorrectly typing his password, so he can't go to the page. Whenever we got back from our cruise, my Facebook page has disappeared. So
Derek feels your pain.
My personal profile.
He has really been distraught over this, y'all. He's not happy.
It disappeared.
He should be. I told him I think he made it disappear on purpose so that I have to do all the Facebook posting now.
Yeah. Our group is still there. Just my personal profile is gone. And so I don't know what happened. So I feel your pain with
this
Facebook.
Mug was just looking suspicious.
And there's no way to contact her. You can't call him.
I know. Don't get into it, dear. I know.
Main night shows. How many seats and how many minutes prior to the show? David, that's a great question. Entertainment, Amanda, what'd you think of the entertainment?
Entertainment, A+. And I did not think I would say that. I compare their entertainment to Carnival in entertainment. Now, some people might be like, well, Carnival is trashy. No, Carnival is fun. And MSC's entertainment was fun.
See, I would compare it to Royal or higher.
I would give you that with the shows. The shows are definitely Royal or higher.
That Queen show, we got there at
the very end. And I wish we would have been there the whole time. They had like a Queen, like cover band type thing. Yes. They were so good. By the end, everybody was just, woo.
Oh, it
was good. And then we went to another one that was a variety show.
Yeah, it was.
Look at that thumbs up bubble.
I like that.
I think I did that when I did the thumbs up. Can I make it do it again?
I don't know. The Hall of Fame show.
Anyway, but we really enjoyed the shows. Yes, are very much.
The theater was great. Yeah. And big, but you do need to get there.
Yeah, you have to get there a little early.
That 30-minute mark that you're
30 minutes.
To, you need to do that crazy. To get a good show.
Now, what I do compare to Carnival was like their white party, which actually I think was better than Carnival's deck parties.
Oh, it was.
Their comedy shows were so funny.
Well, let's talk about that really quick because they did something a little bit different. I know we have questions as well. We'll answer a couple questions real quick. Roll Tide, yes. Veterans discount, yes. Teacher discount, yes.
Yeah, they do a lot of discounts, y'all.
How are the drinks?
Oh, that's getting into a whole nother topic. Let's
talk about this comedy first as well. Yes, I agree, Steve, about Europe. I love that cultural capital that they get. What Carnival ship is about the same size as the Seascape? Vista class. It's a little bit bigger than Vista class, Norma. The Queen. Yes.
Okay,
Queen
focus your focus.
Okay. We enjoy comedy across all cruise lines. We always go. But what was really cool about the way MSC structured things, and cruise lines do it different, but you could go see the dueling pianos for a couple of sets.
They play for a short time, like 30 minutes, and then they go.
Yeah, for 10 minutes. Come back.
Play longer than that.
No, they would play for 30 minutes.
Okay,
They would go leave for 10 minutes, take a break.
Yes.
Come back for 30 minutes, take a 10-minute break. Here comes 2 comedians, and then that's an hour. They go 30 minutes each. Then they would leave. Then the dueling pianos would come back for another 30-minute set. That's a lot. Like that's 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, like boom, boom,
you
boom.
Can sit there
They're all
and
going.
Enjoy your whole evening.
Yeah, and you have time to go to the bathroom, get a drink, whatever, but you never have to leave. They don't make you clear the lounge and then everybody come back in, because it's different the whole time.
Yeah.
Whereas like we cruise Carnival a lot, they'll have the show and then it's going to be like either a repeat show or another comedian or whatever, and they clear the lounge.
Yeah.
And then everybody comes back in. So you have to get in line again, get a different seat.
That's right.
So we literally sat one night for probably 2.5 hours, just boom, 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 dueling pianos, comedy, dueling pianos again. Yep. And it was all different.
It was so cool.
Loved it.
And at was it the Loft that was called? You're able to step outside if you want to go outside, get some fresh air. There's access to outside. You come back and sit down if you want to.
A lot of the bars had that option. They had a lot of indoor, outdoor. The Elixir, that bar had a great outdoor space.
Yep.
And that was kind of like their specialty cocktail place.
Yeah.
So that would also be somewhere just to kind of hang out at night.
Let's talk about drinks.
Okay.
Drinks were phenomenal.
They were. And we're not that picky, y'all, I promise. But we have been on cruise lines.
Just, watered down or.
Don't have as good of drinks.
Yeah.
Not really watered down, just not.
Good flavor.
Yeah. And so we've always said Carnival has great drinks.
Yeah. Probably the best in the industry. Yeah. I'll be honest.
These drinks that we had on MSC were very comparable to Carnival.
They were. What set MSC kind of different for me is, and I know we were not at capacity, but whenever you are sitting on Lido deck, when you're sitting at the comedy show, when you're sitting somewhere and you order a drink, on other cruise lines, they walk around, like they take your order and they walk around for another 20 minutes. No,
they would take your order, go get your drink, bring it to you. Take another order, maybe 2 or 3, and then
not many though.
Not many.
So many times we would be in a full lounge, comedy club, dueling piano lounge, full.
And we're thinking, we'll order a drink and it's going to come 15, 20 minutes, which is fine,
It would be a mixed drink. I'm not talking about bringing a beer. It's a mixed drink, and it came so fast. And so their crew to a passenger ratio is less than 3 to 1, which is really good. And
right now,
we could notice,
like Derek said,
it's not full.
It's going to change a little bit,
but we could tell. We could tell that.
Yeah, just in general, there were servers everywhere.
Great. We're going to answer a few more questions here. Amanda's going to talk about the spa after that. Amanda probably thought no one could beat Norwegian's spa, and probably still hasn't yet, but she will tell you about
the
spa here in just a second.
Very close.
Yep. Do you have to reserve a time for the shows? Brent, you do not have to reserve a time for the shows. Yep, you can show up there. Queen Show and Dirty Dancing were good. They were in 2 theaters. Yes.
I wanted to see the Dirty Dancing show.
I don't think
the timing of it didn't work out for us. It was like they were at weird times because our cruise was, a little crammed in 3-day cruise.
And Steve, we set up front for comedy. Our Carnival Venezia cruise out of New York City is May the 26th. We've been excited about it until the news this weekend has really dampened it.
We have some other islanders that are on that same cruise.
Yes, I don't like what Carnival's doing.
I know. They basically wouldn't let us change our itinerary without a huge fee.
Yeah, which is understandable. But they didn't just change one port. They've changed all 4.
Anyway, we're not getting into it.
We're not. Rita, there's only one family friendly, the guy from the King of Queens.
Oh, yes. Yeah, he was great.
Listen.
Derek loved this guy.
Listen. Okay. Rita, I wasn't even going to say this, but they introduced the guy from the King of Queens. Amanda is a big King of Queens. I am a huge King of Queens fan.
That was our show that we would watch like going to sleep before bed. We had the reruns all recorded, and we'd watch a show and then go to bed.
Recorded now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're still recorded on our
Whenever
our
they
TV.
said he was on the King and Queen, said his name, I was like, Amanda. And he comes on board, or he comes to the stage, and you're right. And he has so much energy.
Oh yeah, you remember that guy? I said, not really.
Oh, he has so much energy. He's so loud.
Oh, he's hilarious.
One of the funniest moments I've ever seen is during a show, he kept getting interrupted. Dr. E.
That thing.
We got this going on.
We've got this going on in the lounge and this in the dining room. Yeah, Please be sure to get a seat early.
And he was like, who is in charge of this? Don't they know that we have something to do right now?
We've already got something going on.
Can you shut this guy up?
But his mic would go off. And so he's up there yelling.
Red in the face.
Oh, it was
and
so
Rita
funny.
said, I laughed until I cried. We went back and saw him every night because I laughed until I cried.
His repeat show once.
And laughed until I cried.
Oh, we still laughed. We knew what he was going to say, but it was still funny.
It was.
He gets so into it and so worked up that he is like sweating.
Pouring sweat.
And he just keeps going.
Yep.
He's like an angry comedian almost, but like a funny angry. Like, I know he's not like really, really angry, but he plays into that. And it's funny. Yeah.
Will G references that you do have to make reservations for comedy shows. The Loft is not a huge venue. We did not have to.
We did not have to. Yeah.
They mentioned it that
they were going to kind of start doing that,
depending on popularity. But the Loft is not a huge venue.
No, it's not.
But I do love the decor and all. The pictures of Jim Carrey.
They have a decor that's set up as like famous comedians. Throughout the time.
So it's interesting, Will G, that they already started that. They mentioned it, but I did not think.
That's one thing that cruise lines need to start doing better at is making a bigger venue for comedy.
Yeah.
Because comedy's so popular.
Yeah. Steve, I did not tip up front. They brought us the drinks that quick. We did not tip up front.
No.
Now, I did. Once they bought us our drinks, I would tip every time because I'm like, guys, this is crazy. It's been 2 minutes.
He had to start carrying cash around so he could tip because it was so good.
Yep. We always give the waiters in the comedy club $1 per drink. That is more than fair. Even though I'm a Royal guy, I'm very excited about MSC Seascape. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
She's going to be great, really. And let's talk about food really quick. Ooh. We'll do that.
Dun, dun, dun.
We've always heard. We'll start. First off, I have 2 vlogs out there. Both of one's an hour, one's like 40 minutes. We show the White Night Party, that second vlog, which is unreal. We're going to talk about that. But if you watch the vlogs, you know that we ate. We ate pizza and ate pizza.
Their pizza is really good.
I always heard it was the best in the industry. I'm like, guys, come on, it's pizza.
I like the Carnival pizza. It's fine.
How good does it have to be when you're drunk? Okay.
No, it was actually really good.
I would pay for it here on land. No lie.
It was good.
I would pay for it. We took live reactions. So there's a lot of people who've requested. We want to see more food content. We want to see live reactions.
Okay, America,
so
we get it. You want the food.
We did. And the pizza, we had it. I don't know how many times.
We did.
Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper.
But the other food was also really good.
Yeah. Hey, how cool was it? We had early dining. We missed it first night.
They do something different. You have to get there, like if your dining's 5:00, you have to get there in that first 15 minutes because they stop seating people. I don't hate that idea.
That's what happened to us.
Then you can focus on the tables that you have, and you don't have to worry about a newcomer coming in.
Catch them up.
Yeah.
We went to the buffet that night that happened. We go to the buffet. I'm like, okay, let's see what they got. And
lobster tail. Now, I could tell it wasn't as good.
It was not
as like the main dining.
Not as good.
It was a little dry because it's the buffet. You're having to heat up a bunch of food.
But anytime some tail is offered, okay,
you take it. Lobster tail. That is a lobster tail.
Take the tail. Food was the ice cream.
Ice cream was really good. They had the servers actually doing the ice cream.
That's right.
All of the servers were very well dressed, even on the buffet. Ties, vest, like very.
Which is old school. There was a cargo, like one of the guys way high up in cargo, who said that it's a very old school company. We dress in the same.
Hey, I like it.
Jason's got an interesting question here, and I don't know if I've thought about this too much.
No.
Where does this World America rank in your favorite ship hierarchy? The ship looks amazing. Thanks for the content.
I actually haven't thought of that one either.
I would say
it's pretty high.
No lie.
If it weren't just out of Miami, because we got to fly there, that kind of is a
which
negative.
Is okay.
For
I
us.
don't. That is
okay. Don't factor it in. No. Okay, don't factor in the location.
My favorite ship in the world.
In the world.
And we've been on. I've been
I
on
already
35
know.
cruises.
Can I say it for you, dear?
Yeah, say it.
The Sun Princess is his favorite ship.
And I've been on it twice, so it's not just a fluke.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with you on that. I do feel like we could have done more exploring, which you did because you did the whole tour thing.
Yeah, just wait. The ship tour's coming out.
Yeah.
It takes some while to get that thing together, but it's coming out this week.
But this was like more of a work trip for us. Like we legit worked like 8 to 4, and then we would go and do something in the evening. And so it was kind of a different trip for us. So it's kind of hard for me to rank that, but I still say it's top 5 at least.
It's for sure top 5 for me.
Maybe top 3.
Sun Princess is number 1.
I'd give that number 1.
I thought the Icon was amazing.
It just depends on what you're looking for, though. Like if I were cruising with the kids and I could pick the top ship, it would be the Icon.
I'll say this.
Okay.
We're off for a free cruise next Saturday.
Okay.
On the Carnival Jubilee or MSC World America. We're all going. And the itineraries are the same. 7 days, the same.
Yep. Same price, same everything, whatever.
I'm choosing World America, probably.
I'm choosing World America. I'm with you.
Jason, great question.
That is.
Way to make us think.
We did.
So she's World America's a top 3 cruise ship.
Top 3. Okay. Okay, so you got the Sun Princess. You've got World America in there. We don't have to worry about the order.
Icon.
Oh, okay.
It's just unbelievable. I'm gonna make him mad.
I know, but it's unbelievable what that Icon has done.
Yeah.
I mean, if you haven't cruised, you just I mean,
and it was not Kevin James, but it was someone who was on the King of Queens. If it was Kevin James, I'd have fell over my chair. Like straight up in the air. I'm dead.
No.
Yes.
No, it was like one of the members that like worked at the UPS store with him. Like he had a minor part, but still, Derek says he remembers him.
The therapy cat and the peanuts on a plane, and I'm.
Yes.
Listen, I'm allergic to cats.
Don't talk about it all.
I know, but when he says
he
says he's got the therapy cat on board the plane,
and Derek's thinking,
I'm glad the therapy cat can help you. Don't worry about the people allergic to cats, and I'm allergic to cats, so I was dead at that point. Yeah. I was like, and while you're at it, go ahead and give it Jimmy's. Let's crack open some peanuts.
No, he was good. He was good.
Rita, confirms. Yeah, reservations now required.
I will say a negative about the food had nothing to do with the quality of the food.
This is a great call out.
It is the offerings, because you could really only get for free the main dining and the buffet.
And the pizza and chicken.
Yeah. But it's burgers and pizza.
Yeah, pizza and burger.
Yeah. So right there in that little galleria, they did have the free pizza, free burgers.
Yeah.
So that was kind of something that I was like, there's not really a ton of options.
Yeah. For instance, on Carnival, you can eat 8 or 10 or 12 places.
You can eat at the Italian, the Chabang, the
the deli. And,
the deli, yeah. The pizza place. Yep. Yeah.
So that was
and then they have the street eats over there. Yes. They've got the burrito place on the Jubilee. Yep. So, the offerings, not as many.
That's right.
So,
Kevin Howard, it's great to see you. You were on that cruise as well. I saw my family left literally 2 minutes before the show started. I checked my phone coming upstairs. I saw that you text. We'll touch base tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Got a recap.
Kevin is back. He's back. He's back. Cruise. I know he had a good time. It was good. And I know, I think Will G, I saw, commented on the app was flaky. I heard several comments.
Yeah, we didn't really use the app because we just had cell service or internet. So we didn't even use the app.
Yep. Hate to disagree with you, but the food was terrible, Kevin says.
Oh, no.
Exception was the pizza. He said pizza was good.
We really enjoyed the food, but our level of
and we were only there for 3 days.
We're not the most sophisticated palates.
Yeah.
Here in the Arkansas.
Will G said he was hilarious. I'm glad Will went to that. He was unreal. Ruby Princess was my first. Regal was my third. Yeah, Princess, and they're leaving Galveston though. Can you believe that?
All right, now we got to talk about this right here. Hang on, let me get it pulled up. This right here. There is no Photoshop.
There's not even a filter.
There's not a filter. This is their private island.
Ocean K.
Ocean K. Unbelievable. If you haven't seen that on the Facebook, you got to check those pictures out.
It is ridiculous.
Like Derek tried to put a filter on the picture before we post it. And he's like, no, the filter actually makes it look worse.
It made it look worse.
unbelievable.
It was crazy nice.
Yeah.
Brian, there should be a spread shop link in the description of this video.
Yeah.
We have a spread shop site if you want some merchandise. They get it to you really quick.
But the private island, your drink package works on the private island. They have a buffet there on the private island. Now they do have
Wi-Fi. Listen, this was a working trip. We worked and worked and worked.
That's true.
And the Wi-Fi worked as well. By far, we've been to Perfect Day. We've been to Half Moon Key. We've been to Princess Keys. We've been to them all. We've been to Norwegians too.
Yep.
The best.
Oh yeah.
And the white night party.
Hang on now, if he says the best, if you're looking for Perfect Day at Coco Cay with the water slides and the zip lines and the hot air balloons, you're not getting it here. Okay. MSC's private island, Ocean Cay, is just that. It is a private island.
There's no plans. I want to make this clear.
That's it.
They have been asked, and MSC leadership was on board our cruise. When are you building the water park? When are you building the zip line?
Nope.
And this was travel agents and media asking while we're sitting there looking at it out the window. And they said, we're not. Look around. You visit this island.
Enjoy the beauty that is already
the simplicity.
there. You don't need a big pool. You don't need, a big
balloon, all that.
It is literally just a beautiful island.
Yep.
Peaceful. They have free chairs and umbrellas just sitting out on the beach you can use.
Bar service that is already included. Your drinks.
Now there were some food places that were food trucks set up that if you wanted to do those, you had to pay for them.
Yep.
But if you didn't want to pay, you could go to the buffet.
Yep.
So.
And shopping, of course.
They had the shops there.
But
the shops were nice too.
The white night party starts on board. Then it went out, and it was like go see the vlog.
You have to see.
Insane.
And I posted a short too.
Awesome.
It was insane.
The setup of the lights.
I can't even.
It was. It was
I mean, I can't. There's not a good enough way to describe it except for you to go watch the vlog.
Yep.
The DJ was playing like all the right songs, and everybody was into it. And then there were people like us. We didn't want to be like right there up in the whoop, whoop. Yeah. So we got some drinks. We went off to the side and just chilled in some beach chairs. We had the view of the lighthouse, the ship, and then we had the white party. And it's like, I don't know where to look, but this is perfect. Yeah. And I sat back and I told Derek, I was like, this has to be like top 5 of cruise experiences.
It was
cool. I cannot wait to go back to that island. And Derek said they do the white party there all the time.
When they do their overnight stays.
Yeah.
David, we did an overnight there at the island, Ocean Cay. We got off of the ship. The first day we got there at like 7 a.m. Amanda and I didn't get off until 4 p.m. because we worked.
Yep.
And then we got off and stayed until midnight. Yep. But then the next day we were there. We never got off because we were working. So I will not have an island tour per se. As far as I've captured it, I could do a review.
That picture that I showed you, you can basically see the whole island. Like it has a beach here. There's another beach on the other side. There's some shops. There's some places to snorkel off on the other side.
There's jet skis.
I really wanted to do the jet skis, but we had so much work to do during the day that we didn't get to do the jet skis. Yeah. But that's one thing. If we go back there, I want to do the jet skis.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Amanda was like, we didn't bring a snorkel mask. I was like, just look down. The water's so clear. Like,
okay, look. Not us, but someone recorded like an underwater video, and there are fish everywhere, and the person swims up, and then he comes up, and there's the World America. Like the water was so clear.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Really cool. It was. One thing, Will G kind of mentions this about limited overnights. Right now, Ocean Cay can only accommodate one ship.
Yeah, and they're working on a second.
Well, they were talking about that right now, 6 days a week, there's a ship there. And so there's not right now much opportunity for overnight stays like there used to be, because there used to not
Makes sense. You got to get one out, ships. Get one in.
But there are plans. I'll just say that. They didn't announce everything, but there are plans.
Their Explora class. Yeah. They're fancier.
They're going to have access to what they're calling Little K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
so they're
just a Little K just across the way.
Oh,
So
I like it.
But yeah, there's some different ideas that are coming down, which hopefully will increase the number of overnights.
Yeah.
They want that, right? When they park the ship there at 7 a.m. and it stays overnight until 4 or 5 p.m. the next day, they're not burning fuel.
Yeah.
They're not,
That's true. That's true.
Saving money. So,
well, overall, I give MSC an A+ rating.
Oh, I had a blast. A+.
A+. Sure. Okay. There we go.
Again. Linda, we left the island like at 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
3 or 4 the second day.
Yeah, Derek came up, like he got done with his work call and he was like, "Hey, you want to get off and get on the island real quick?" I said, "You should look out the window."
Yeah, we were gone.
We gone.
Yeah. We were gone.
Yep. But these were, and I'm telling you, I had trouble finding my negatives. I have 3 negatives.
Yep.
And I call them my 3 mores because I wanted more of these 3. One we already talked about, more food options.
Yeah. Free food options.
Yeah, more free food options.
There's a lot of specialty
There
restaurants.
is a lot of food options.
Yeah.
No, but you got to pay for it. Yeah, specialty restaurants. You got to pay for them. More plugins because in the cabin.
Yeah.
Now we're a little special because we have a lot to plug in.
Operation.
But like I noticed that on the side of the bed, it had the C plug.
Yeah.
It didn't have a USB.
Yeah.
It didn't have a plug-in. So like you really, I don't know, like a power strip or even like the plug that has the different types in it, I would recommend bringing. Oh, look, it did a heart because I did a heart.
Look at that.
And then my last one was the AC. I needed more AC.
Woo! It was hot in that cabin.
I don't know if Derek was turning the heat on so that I would just have to sleep in my undergarments or what. But literally having to sleep in very little attire.
It was
hot.
It was warm.
Now, we were in an interior cabin, so of course that's going to be warmer. But it just never really cooled off. It was warm the whole time.
I never pulled the blanket or the sheet to cover up.
No. And then, so if we did that again and we did an interior, I would definitely want to bring a fan. You know, they have some that are like kind of bigger than what we have, but like a 1 foot by 1 foot, something that kind of collapses.
Yep.
So more. Those were the 3 mores that I wanted.
That's right.
Give me more. Give me more.
We could go on that talking about the World America, but we really did enjoy her.
We did. Like if you think about my 3 mores, those are very minute things.
They are.
So
most of all, we hope you enjoyed the content we've shared.
Yes, we tried to pump it out, y'all. We tried to get you
lots of shorts and
I was doing the shorts, y'all. I was trying.
And 2 long vlogs that are out there for you to review. There have already been, Amanda, like 6 or 8 islanders reach out and say, "Okay, I gotta go. I want to book it." And so
Derek did great with the vlogs.
I got them out quick. The ship tour will be out
this week.
It'll be out this week for sure.
All right.
I've already started on it. It will be another 45 minute and 45 to 50 minute tour. So
you told me you were going shorter.
Well, it usually go an hour.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. I've cut it by 25%.
No. But anyway, ship tour will be coming.
And it will show you everything you need to see. So I'm excited about that. We have a lot more cruising. You know, just over a month we're supposed to cruise on the Venezia. We've got July on the Aqua. One thing we talked about that's really cool is there's a lot of new cruise ships out this year. The MSC World America is one of them. We will be there. We saw the Aqua. We had a YouTube short.
In passing.
They were so close. We will be on the Aqua in July. Yeah. Of course, the Star of the Seas for Royal Caribbean. We will be on there in August on a preview sailing. Should be.
We'll see.
That's almost done.
We still got to hustle to get on there.
And we will be there in November. We've already paid for that cruise ourselves. And then the Star Princess comes out. We'll be on her next May. So,
yay!
You know, we get some people always say, "Why do you only cruise with Carnival?" And I said, "We only cruise with Carnival every 2 or 3 months. We cruise other cruise lines the other months."
We have just recently branched out. In people's defense, we've recently, like past year.
Yeah, but
we've branched out.
Yep, 2 Princess cruises now, 2 Royal,
Norwegian,
2 Norwegian.
Yeah.
So
we're branching out, y'all.
And it really does help you when you're getting ready to plan and book your next cruise. It helps.
I think it's helped people to also branch out. Like we've gotten so many emails like, "Hey, I haven't done but I saw your content. Like, we're going to try it. Please do. Try something else."
I'll try it for sure. For sure. Brent, you are welcome. My interior got cold. Good. Did you move the dial to the very bottom?
For you.
We did. We moved it to the bottom. We would check, like, did the camera strip move that? Yeah, but we did. Virgin Voyages, yes,
does need to be on our list.
On our list. It is a little bit difficult for us because we do usually cruise with our kids.
That's true.
And we would not be.
But Virgin does some short cruises too.
Yeah, and they have limited ships, right? They only have 2 or 3 ships out there. So thoughts about Norwegian, Elaine? We love it. We just went on a getaway in November, towards the end of November for Thanksgiving. I have vlogs out there on that. We've also been on the Prima. We also have the Aqua booked. If you have specific questions, email us. So
we do like Norwegian's packaging. Absolutely. They offer some great deals.
Yep, absolutely. Lot to come this week. I'll say this. We have broken our live record the last 2 weeks. This one is in line. May not be a record, but I'll say this. Okay? I'll say this. Yes. The last month, we've had more views the last month than it's for sure a record in the last year. So thank you, Islanders, for tuning in, for sharing so many times. People comment and say, hey, my friend sent me this video or sent me this short. We appreciate you guys doing that.
Thanks for sharing.
Most definitely.
Sharing is caring.
Yes. Yep. Do we have the NCL Viva booked? We don't out of Galveston yet. Just the Aqua. Yep.
Hey, I'm excited about the Aqua. Y'all cannot get me down. We didn't talk about the spa. We'll have to talk about that next time. But the spa was close to beating the Aqua.
That's right.
But it has not.
That's right. We have some work to do downstairs, and I have promised my youngest for sure, because he's into it for some reason. Oh, yeah. My oldest maybe. John Cena is wrestling his last match. Boom. I have promised that I'm going to watch that match with him. I'm not even sure he knows who John Cena is.
Oh, he knows because I wrestle with him sometimes. I'm like, John Cena. Elbow drop. Boom. Elbow drop.
So, Lido Tito, yes, almost 32,000 subscribers, which is crazy. We just surpassed 31,000. You guys are phenomenal.
We tried to really pump the content out. We're trying, y'all.
That's right. That's right. Have a great week. And of course, we'll have all kinds of content to share. If we can help you in any way, answer questions. Maybe we looked over here. Maybe you have additional questions. Maybe you want help with your next cruise, or you just booked a cruise, you want help.
Get to the email, buddy.
Be sure you reach out to us. Amanda will tell you the email.
travel@bookislandtime.com.
Good night, everyone. Have a great week. Happy Easter. He is risen. We have many blessings. Even when things are down, we have many things to be thankful for.
That's true.
We need to remember that. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you later on all week right here on
Island Time.